Okay, this is just a short video about children's charities, organisations that are set up to help children, mostly in the nations of Africa, India, places like this. And I'm going to leave a link to the previous videos that I made about this. But you see that actually Journeyman, which is a very popular YouTube channel, made a video, contacted someone from World Vision who was sponsoring a child, and you can see, well, it actually says here at the bottom, thus the sponsored child gets a small gift for agreeing to be in the sponsorship program. The funds are spent in the community. So they've really reviewed that, because it used to be that they thought that the child was getting direct help with their education and food, but they're actually just saying it goes to the community. In other words, whoever's looking after the children, whatever's happening around them, like let's say for instance Sunday school, which I know the compassion, that's what that's about as well. You see, saying it costs £21 per month, but the child, that doesn't go directly to the child, okay? Probably only about £1 out of that a year will go to the child, okay? So like £20 will go to, I don't know, maybe the local sort of church or organisation, but the child will not get £21 a month. So don't think that when you give that money to them that they will receive that. Now you can see here that there's another one, equip, and saying most of the funds there were being pulled. Whatever that means, probably means that most of the funds were not getting to the children, and they actually stopped listing that on the website. You can see there's no link to that there, okay? And let's go further down, and we see Enable. It says Enable is a small charity working only in India, but we have just found from their website that their sponsorship program is suspended as one of their managers has embezzled a considerable portion of their funds. We are sorry for anyone who has given money for India children and had it diverted in this way. So that is the danger of giving money to these charities, because unless they are regularly investigated, then the most part of the funds will go to the people there who are building their house, who are feeding their own children, possibly just the people who are working for the charity. Let's say they have half a dozen people in a county or in an area who are meant to be distributing the money to communities, and they'll have a little help centre, a little sort of community centre or church where they'll gather once a week. Most of the money will go to these people, okay, that are involved in so-called looking after the children, and it just won't go directly to food and clothing and real education, okay? So that's why Yes You're On International, we've been out, okay, and I'm not looking for sponsorship. What I'm really looking for is people who will volunteer to, yes, give funds if necessary, but really volunteer to go out on mission trips, so that the Word of God can be preached and taught, and that basically that God can move to get us a place to start an orphanage, whereby we can actually use any money we get mostly just to feed the children, and those of course who are looking after the children, let's say there'll be 2 or 3 employed women there, maybe a teacher, and maybe a small school, depending on the size of the land that's available. Sometimes I've actually had the land offered to me, but because they didn't take it through a legal process, then it was just a promise. Usually they'll just promise things so that you'll basically give them money. That's the kind of thing that goes on there. But if you really want to get involved in helping children, it's a full-time, rest of your life thing. If you have funds, if you're a Christian, do get in contact with me. As I said, I sponsored like a couple of these organisations for a couple of years. I saw one of the children in Ethiopia that I sponsored, and I'll leave the link to that video below. So any of you know who have any reputable orphanage, then you can suggest it to me. I know the Machine Gun Preacher is involved in building orphanages, so maybe I'll check that out as well. So thank you for your time today, and may God bless you.